The Green Book is an online tool to support long-term municipal planning with the development of climate-resilient settlements. This dynamic online tool provides an understanding of current climate risks as well as future climate risks by projecting settlement growth combined with quantitative, scientific evidence of the likely impacts that climate change will have on South African towns and cities. Every settlement in South Africa's climate risk is profiled and linked to customizable adaptation actions that can be considered for integration and implementation into local municipal plans and strategies. The ultimate goal of the Green Book is to contribute to safe, resilient, sustainable and livable settlements through climate change adaptation. The Green Book has been piloted in partnership with Santam in 2 district municipalities, namely the Garden Route District Municipality in George in the Western Cape and the Ehlazini District Municipality in Mpumalanga.
It makes a very good partnership for Santam to work with the CSIR and the Green Book to access data in order to make better decisions, enable municipalities to make better decisions about risk and risk response. So we are very pleased about this partnership that we have with CSIR through the Green Book. Perils will increase, the frequency thereof and the impact thereof. So it will impact the insurability of the environment, which will make insurance unaffordable. So government need to come on board because the Green Book should inform policy at government level, both national and provincial and local level. We need to bring in the insurance industry because the value of the Green Book sits not just for Santam, but it's got value for the whole of the industry. Then, of course, society themselves, they need to understand, informed by data, what they need to do differently in order to reduce their risk exposure.
Government has been working hard to address these spatial inequalities through investment in infrastructure, service provision, and encouraging economic growth. But these developmental gains are being threatened by climate change. Climate projections show that South Africa will generally experience increased temperatures and changes in rainfall. These climatic changes are associated with increases in the intensity and frequency of severe weather events such as floods, heat waves and storm surges, as well as the occurrence of drought, water shortages, sea level rise, vector-borne diseases and coastal erosion. These events are likely to cause severe damage to settlement infrastructure and have negative impacts on economic development and service delivery.
Climate change is a reality and we have to work together across the different spheres of society, business, government, civil society, labor. We have to work together to address the impact that are associated with climate change. It's only through partnership that we will be able to really address this impact that, in my view, affect attainment of sustainable development.
Extensive research and development took place in a number of fields, namely climate change projection downscaling, hydrometeorological hazard modeling, population growth modeling, and adaptation action development. The evidence extracted was produced as part of the Green Book. This was packaged into a risk profile tool, an adaptation actions tool, and story maps. The interdisciplinary nature of the Green Book, which combines high-resolution scientific evidence with adaptation solutions, makes this one of the most novel, innovative, and information-dense research outcomes about disaster risk and climate adaptation planning on the African continent.
The value of scientific evidence for long-term planning and sustainability is that scientific evidence is premised on data that is obtained through observations, through measurements, to get the facts about any situation that is being investigated, and it can stand the scrutiny of evaluation and critique by others. And therefore, if decision-making is premised on scientific evidence, it is more likely to be robust, more likely to be the right decision.
The Green Book can have far-reaching national policy implications and specifically can support legislative compliance as well as the implementation of the Climate Change Bill, the National Climate Change Adaptation Strategy, the Spatial Planning and Land Use Management Act, and the Disaster Management Act.
We need to understand what's on the ground, what can happen when and how, and be able to respond to that. We need to make sure that as an institution, we also have, we facilitate the development of disaster risk strategies, and we also make sure that our response to disasters are carefully planned, they are swift and they're effective.
Relevant up-to-date data for disaster risk management is vital. If we don't have the right up-to-date data, we're planning for the wrong things. So it's very, very crucial for us to have the right up-to-date data when we do our disaster risk assessments, and then we align those to our disaster management plans. The Green Book that has been developed by the CSIR is very relevant, and we're using it on a daily basis when we do our planning for disaster risk management.
The Green Book is a result of a 3-year interdisciplinary research and development endeavour. The Green Book has already and continues to increase awareness around climate change and the need for climate action. The book provides a rigorous scientific base to inform decision-making on a national and local level. If capacity is developed, the evidence and resources in the Green Book are used, then millions of South Africans can benefit from more resilient settlements, better prepared local governments, and informed decision-making.